Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2023 action thriller Muzzle. The film is co-written and directed by John Stolberg Jr. and it stars Aaron Eckhart and Stephen Lang. Now the film focuses on Eckhart's character Jake Rosser, who is a police officer, but he's like with a dog unit. So there's him and his partner is a police dog. Ace, I think it's called. And you see right at the beginning of the movie, he's got a very, very close relationship with his dog. And he is called to the scene of a crime. And during this crime, a number of police officers are killed, including Ace, his dog. This obviously sends him a little bit over the edge and into a little bit of depression, but he's absolutely determined to find out who killed his partner, his dog. He's a little bit of a maverick, he's a little bit of a rebel, he doesn't necessarily follow orders particularly well, and he needs a new partner, so eventually, when he feels he's ready, he goes to Stephen Lang's character, Leyland, who is in charge of the dogs in the pens, the police dogs, to choose a new dog, and the dog he chooses is a dog that nobody else seems to be able to control. It seems pretty damaged, it's got a little bit of PTSD, but Eckhart's character Rosser sees him as the perfect partner, and there's a very, very strong bond that starts developing between them as he searches for the criminals responsible for his partner and the other police officer's death. Right, what are my thoughts on Muzzle? Well, we all remember in the 80s, the police movies that we got with, a police officer and the dogs. We had Turner and Hooch, we had K9. I think we even had one in the 90s with Chuck Norris, if I remember rightly. They were all the rage back then, and they were mostly quite a light approach, quite comedic. This one is absolutely not a light approach and not comedic. There are a couple of light moments in it, like with him, bathing the dog and getting covered in water and things like that, but that's all part of the bonding process between them. This is a much darker film. They've not gone for any comedy at all, really, here. And the film itself is actually really quite well made. It's better than I thought it was going to be, in the sense of the production values and things like that. And Aaron Eckhart is such a fine actor, certainly in my opinion, that he holds the screen. He's got a very, very strong screen presence here. And he needs to have, because much of this film is laser focused on his character, this ex-Marine who has seen a lot of crap in his life when he was in the forces and on the police force. He's pretty much a loner, which is why he connects so much to his dog, sort of thing, when his previous partner Ace is killed, and his new partner. And he doesn't connect well to people, and like I say, he doesn't listen to his superiors. He's just so focused on getting back on the force, because at the beginning, when the police officers are killed and his partner Ace is killed, his dog, he kind of loses it and takes out a couple of people, and he's kind of suspended. He's got to kind of go through therapy and all this kind of stuff. He's got to basically play ball in order to get back on the force. And once he gets back on the force, his only intention is to find out who killed his partner. Which is fine. And it does kind of, as the film progresses, it does kind of reveal the whole kind of, criminal empire, if you like, and how it's connected to him and his case and his dog and the beginning of the film. But I don't know, it kind of feels a bit weird in the sense of, for me it was odd. At the beginning of the film, there is at least one or two police officers, like I say, killed right at the beginning, along with his dog. Now, I'm not saying you wouldn't care about your dog being killed. Of course you would. It's his partner, and, they live together and stuff, and he's trained it. But nobody seems to really give a monkeys about these police officers that are killed. He's just more focused on this dog, and it seems like his superiors don't care at all, if I'm being particularly honest. It's just a little bit odd that as soon as he's back on the force, he's like, I'm going to find out who killed Ace. And it's like, okay, fair enough, but you do also have a job to do. And, you know, once he gets this new partner, this new dog, and they really start forming this bond and this friendship and all that kind of stuff, I'm not saying he would forget Ace or anything like that, but it's just kind of like, you know, let it go, you know, let the investigation play itself out. And he's kind of forcing the investigation. He's playing, you know, the like I say, the renegade and the rogue, and he's not playing by the rules. And it just kind of felt a bit off at times, like he wasn't behaving how you would behave as a police officer, if that makes sense. And I'm not expecting ultra realism here. It just seemed like his character was just so, poof, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, and I don't care who I kill, I don't care what I do. And it's almost like it becomes almost like a caricature of these roguish police officers that we saw in time gone by, that you can't necessarily always get away with these days. But there is definitely some entertainment to be had here. It is very well made, and it is obviously a testament to the bravery of the officers and the people that have these dog units, because it does spend a lot of its time, you know, showing you how these dogs are trained, how important they are, the role they play in the police force. So it doesn't go unnoticed, any of that, and it does at times feel like an advertisement for them. You know what I mean? And it is nice to see a different take on, you know, the police officer and the dog partner thing that we've seen in years gone by. This is a much more realistic take on it, I suppose, even though the film becomes unrealistic again, if that makes sense. So I thought the first half, maybe a little bit more of the film, clicked better with me than the conclusion of the film, when it gets all actiony and over the top. Not that I thought it was poorly done or anything, it just didn't seem to fit or match the rest of the film. I preferred, you know, like I say, the first half, maybe the thriller part of the film rather than the action part of the film. But no, it's a decent film if you like these sort of films, if you want to watch something different. You want to watch a film that's well made with strong performances and obviously with dogs in it as well. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll be back with more content on the channel very, very soon.